I found a stove on AliExpress and I'm a bit intrigued, being totally honest. Like, it's made from high quality stainless steel. It has kick out legs, it has pot stands, it has a quench plate that comes with it. But I didn't buy it for that. I bought it for the technology it uses, because it's something that I've never seen in an alcohol stove before. So inside in the stove you have a copper coil heat exchange technology. This leverages on the high thermal conductivity of copper to efficiently transfer and distribute heat to the desired area. On the top of each tube you have 3 vent holes that helps to distribute the heat. So I'm really wondering how good this technology is, for how long your fuel will last. If they're using, say, the copper coil technology, is it more efficient than your traditional stove like the Trangia or something like that? Does it heat better because the tubes are used to conduct the heat to a desired area, which would be right underneath your pot? There's no specific name for the stove. I've looked up a few websites and I can't find like a brand name or something like that. There is a logo like of a panther or something on the side of it. I just see like several different companies selling it, so they call it the alcohol furnace or a stove furnace or something like that. So branding wise, I'm really not sure. What I want to do is I'm going to put it up and see how this fares out against your traditional stove like your Trangia, or I actually have the Goshawk era burner with me. So what I'm going to do is I have 3 bottles of 30 milliliter fuel. I'm going to put them into each one and see how long they take to burn out. That'll show how efficient it is. But then I'm going to boil, say, 250 milliliters of water on each one, just to see, does it fare out up against your normal stoves. It does come at a cost though. So the furnace isn't light. So this comes in at just under 300 grams, which is 293 grams. So it is fairly heavy, but that's down to the material that it's made from. So when you put it up against the likes of the Trangia, which is 139 grams, and then even lighter than that is the Goshawk, which comes in at 126 grams. So it is substantially heavier, we'll say. So let's start by putting 30 milliliters of fuel into each stove. Let's light it and let's see which one lasts the longest. Now let's hope I can get them all lighting roughly at the same time. Okay, start the timer. Okay, so that's the Trangia gone at 13:43, and that's the Goshawk gone at 14:42. And there's a small flicker left in the furnace. Okay, so I have 2 pots on here. Both have the same circumference. I'm going to do the Goshawk and the Trangia with 250 milliliters of water, just to see how long each of them take before we put them up against the furnace. Okay, the Goshawk, we have a rolling boil at 3 minutes. And that's the rolling boil of the Trangia at 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay, so let's see how this goes. 250 milliliters of water. So that is a rolling boil at 3 minutes and 10 seconds. I'm surprised by the results, but I'll be honest, I think I did the Trangia a bit of an injustice. I'll explain. So the pot stand that you can get with the Trangia, I don't think it's the required 1.5 inches away from the flame that it needs to be. So from where the pot lands to where the flame starts, it's less than 1 inch. And the problem there is the closer that your pot is to the start of the flame, the less fuel efficient it is. And I can see it, because the Trangia is normally better than that. So I think that's my bad. So regardless, put that aside, because the Goshawk was going to beat the Trangia anyway. And I'm really surprised that the difference between the Goshawk and the alcohol furnace is only 10 seconds. That's really cool. I just like the technology it uses, and this outlasted both of them with how long a 30 milliliters of fuel lasted. But in saying that, by the end it was just a bare flicker for a long time, so I don't know how strong that would be, but it did last longer than both of them. But what you're gaining there, you're definitely giving up on weight. So this is 300 grams, well 293, but near 300 grams. Then when you put that against the Trangia with the pot stand, the inefficient pot stand, you're talking 139 grams versus the Goshawk era burner, which is 126 grams. So you are giving up a good bit of weight, but I really like how it looks, and I really like the technology that it uses. I bought this myself on AliExpress. I have no affiliation with them. In saying that, it's hard to be affiliated with a company you've no idea who they are, because it's just called the alcohol furnace. I can't find much of the manufacturer or anything like that. So if you know something, please let me know. I do like it. The results are surprising. It is a heavy unit, but it's built really, really well. So I will be using it again. I'll bring it out on my next camp, I think, and see how I get on. So I'll leave the details in the description. Let me know in the comments what you think, and let me know what you think about the technology being used in an alcohol stove like this. I'm gone down the rabbit hole. I'm a bit fascinated. Anyway, this is Martin here from Soul Trail. Thanks a lot for coming, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.